if we've got the game fairly comfortable, they'll chuck him on, give him a bit of an intro.
I agree with that. Campbell's wages could go on a lone striker, yeah. Richard Lacey. I think it's more of a case if Luton can send him somewhere else. Yeah, I think that's probably more the point as well. Get the Danny Ings to us on loan.
Oh, Mickey's frozen out. Yeah, there he is. To finish that off, get the Danny Ings to us on loan. Rumour going. No.
We can get.
Joe said a number 9 is the hardest signing to make. That tells me there's some moving parts that need to align. So, Dan and Ben, you're still here. Mickey's still struggling. Number 9, realistically, what type of striker do you think Edwards is looking for?
Well, I don't necessarily think we're going to go down that big target man route now. I think everyone that we're going to look to sign now are just going to be more athletic, more agile, have an engine, which is the most important thing. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see the likes of Kiefer Moore, for example. I think if we are going to be looking at someone, I don't know who this might be, but it's probably going to be a Chelsea youngster or someone like that, isn't it? I'd imagine.
Ben, what's your Football Manager research telling us about who the top young strikers in this country?
I'll have to have a look, mate. I'll have to have a look.
No, don't act like you're not playing it anyway at the moment. So.
My internet provider just kicked me out.
I'm actually reading the Evening Standard's Joe Edwards interview, which is quite good.
Yeah, very good. It's a good piece, that.
Hang on, one sec. Right. Chris hasn't seen it. Right. Okay, this is just for you, Chris. Okay. I loaded this up especially just for you because I thought, I don't know if you're on Instagram and I don't know if you'll see it, but you'll know who this player is.
What's up, Sean? Thank you so much for the jersey, man. I really appreciate it. Best of luck the rest of your season, and come on, you Lions.
Hi, Aidan. Thank you very much for the jersey. Good luck this weekend against the Bucks. I'll be watching. One Pride.
What's really interesting about that is that Sean Hutchinson is actually mad into his NFL. He loves American football. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
I didn't know.
So
that.
he actually will be watching their game. The other fellow was like, "Oh yeah, good luck for your season." He's like, "Oh, okay, PR, fine, whatever." But I must admit, I have no real interest in American football, but a lot of my mates do. So now I actually have a team that I can follow because
but you see on that, right? You see, Stephen, Ben, you're going to run away in a minute, aren't you? So, is there any final words you'd like before you run away, or are you okay?
No, I can stay on for 5 minutes, mate.
Oh, because I was just going to put another video on for something to show something because Stephen just led me perfectly into a segment there with it. Obviously, Detroit Lions normally are pretty shit, but this year.
Just trade me to Lions. I go, I'm retired.
He has been historically bad with your decision making.
So, we are our first 0-16 team, John Lynch. You ever think you would see it? I never thought I would.
This place has been kicked, it's been battered, it's been bruised. We're going to kick you in the teeth. All right, and when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. Knock us down. We're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right, and we're going to stand up, and it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down.
Got some playing time before bringing him back to Jared Goff. Wide open. He's going to take it into the end zone. And that's a Lions touchdown. And Gibbs breaks And off to Gibbs. Touchdown. From the 30 on first down. Mullins steps up. He throws. It is picked off. Melifonwu with the exclamation point for the Detroit Lions today. The Detroit Lions with their first division title since 1993.
Whatever you do, something like what we do here, it don't matter. It don't matter how many years in a row we're special. I can tell you this, our organization has been 30 years. 30 years now. It's special, man. And these guys tonight, one way to put it in, they're perfect.
2 games away from Super Bowl.
Mate, you've driven poor Ben off already. He had 5 minutes to go, and he's just sacked
It
it
was only
off.
It was only less than 2 minutes here. He fucked it off. He can come back in. He's all right. But yeah, I mean, I can see the tie-in possibly, but I don't know, mate. It's hard for me to find a connection between the two. To be fair, apart from that Hutchinson link, I think he's probably. It's probably it, to be fair, don't you? Or am I wrong?
And they're
see a
called Detroit
connection?
Lions. They're called Detroit Lions, aren't they?
Yeah.
There you go. There's 2.
That's the only thing. So yeah, is it a Detroit Lion? Yeah. And there's another Rat Dodger signing. So yeah, that was for you, Chris, because you've been loyal to us, mate. We thought we'd just, look at your team for a bit, mate. So yeah, if they make the Super Bowl, maybe we'd do a live one for the Super Bowl for we. I
We
won't.
won't.
Half-time show. No, we won't. If you think I'm starting a live stream about 3 o'clock in the morning, you're having a bubble, mate. So yeah, real buzz around the club. Style of football. Edwards once.
No,
Stephen,
no.
he's back. You can't have Mickey. No, he's gone.
No, he's gone. There's a comment here.
I just need to sort something.
No, he's had it.
Stephen, in you go.
No, I said I'm just going to sort something out. So carry on. If you just talk for a minute, I'll sort.
Yeah, there was a comment about rather than the American football rubbish, can we talk about Millwall? I must admit, I'm not a American football fan myself. We are a Millwall show. So Dan, tomorrow, I'm assuming you are going, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
you are there. Yeah. So how do we think we'll start a bit different? How do you think QPR will approach the game tomorrow? Because they're reaching a point now where the new manager bounce seems to have
gone.
Yeah, it's got or fading very, very quickly. It is a London derby. I know it's not, your most typical, we don't really care about QPR, but do you think they're going to come out to try and win the game? Would you think they're going to be all out attack? What do you reckon?
Well, I think they're going to come at it maybe a bit more than they did on the game on Boxing Day. I think I didn't watch a huge amount of their game last weekend against Watford, but they didn't look too bad for a decent part of the game. No. Obviously, Watford did end up going on to win the game. We know one of QPR's main weaknesses is set pieces. They don't score many set pieces and they don't defend set pieces very well. So that's something we've clearly got to try and use to our benefit, as we know that they can be, if we play them well, they can definitely be one of our strengths. But I think they're going to be very desperate. I think they're going to be quite attacking minded, to be honest. I mean, they've just lost actually Andre Dazelle today. He's just bizarrely, he's left on loan to Birmingham, but I think he's been played the 4th most amounts of minutes for him this season so far, which just seems bonkers to loan out someone who's played like the 4th amount most of minutes to another team in the league.
Yeah, they're saying not quite right at QPR.
They've got massive financial issues. That's what they've got.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's an interesting game, really, because I think if we had a fully fit squad, I think we could go there and really, really have a little bit of a field day. I know there's a lot of people in the comments saying that we might do that anyway. I think the lack of numbers might be a bit of an issue, but the team we put out tomorrow, I think we're going to go there to win the game. I think Edwards is going to go there to win the game.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
You've got to see that looking at our form. Looking at the game that got played on Boxing Day, I think you've got to see this obviously as a really, really good chance to win 3 points.
Absolutely. And it's one of those where I think Nicky said it earlier. The fact that we've made a signing, there's a little bit more excitement. It makes, obviously, we all look forward to going to the games anyway, but I think there's a lot more to look forward to. We've got a new signing, our players are back. Saville and Denor should be back, probably at least one of them starting tomorrow. I would imagine more Sav because he's not come back from an injury. It's more his was a suspension. But it'd just be interesting tomorrow. It's the first time you'll be going there for a while where they really need to win the game, and that might suit us. I think that might suit us.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of said it jokingly. I think last weekend, Jake Livermore scoring twice. We should be winning like 6-0 tomorrow. I don't feel that confident now, but I think, to be honest, there's definitely a very, very. I don't want to say it, but I feel like we've got to be going into that game with a degree of confidence, especially if we carry over some. Like if we play the whole way through the game that we did against Middlesbrough for the first 40 minutes last week, we'll absolutely steamroll them. And that's not me being disrespectful to QPR. That's just testament to how well we played.
Absolutely, and I think with that, I said it last week. The downfall last week was we didn't really have the numbers to be able to make changes in key areas in the field. And to me, the key areas that really needed reinforcing were the midfield. Tomorrow, we've got all 4 of Honeyman, Mitchell, Denor, and Sav available. So if someone is looking tired or someone does need to be taken out of the team for whatever reason, there's players ready to come in. Yes, okay, up front it might be a little bit different, but I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow, and I really think we can get on the front foot. Carl, that last comment, is Amaku back? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think
there
so.
hasn't been.
I think Edwards said it was likely going to be Preston, but then again, Murray Wallace and Brooke Norton-Cuffy were ahead of their schedule last week, so.
And I just want to.
He likes to play. Sorry, he likes to play shithousery, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, of course he does. Of course he does.
He definitely. You can see that he's definitely got a bit of some of the other managers in him. A bit of Mourinho inside him, and a bit of this and a bit of that. By the way, I'm not saying that anything dodgy like that, but I realised what I said with my words in. But yeah, I think he's he's picked up a lot from them, mate.
I think just to go back to this comment here, Baz, who plays in midfield tomorrow, boys? This is going to probably spark a little bit of a debate, guys. In the comments, we've been lining up with a 2-man midfield, so assume that that's going to be the case. Who would your 2 be tomorrow out of all of those that are going to be available? Dan, I'm going to come to you and put you on the spot first. Who's the 2
going to do that?
Who's the 2 central midfielders?
I think Saville and I mean you could literally toss a three-way coin. I think, to be completely honest, for the next one, because obviously I think if I knew he was 100% fit, I think Casper, and I think I probably will say Casper, to be honest. But I mean, if Honeyman didn't go off injured end of last week, I probably would have said Honeyman. I thought Mitchell actually had a really good game for the first half, and even so in the second half, I didn't think he did too badly, actually. So I don't know. Obviously, there is a possibility he might change it. Maybe he might drop Fleming and maybe play Honeyman slightly further forwards.
Get in the comments then. Give us who you think is going to be playing in midfield. Seems as if a lot of you think it's Saville and Casper.
I'm going to throw it back to Stephen. I don't want me to get thrown under the bus without him.
Saville 100%. I think it's going to come back in. I think he'd be the freshest out of the lot because he's obviously only been training and not playing in competitive games. I think Edwards is going to go Honeyman, but I would go with Denor personally. But I think however way it works, if Denor starts, he'll only play 60 minutes, 65 minutes. There's no way he's going to be playing for an hour because of coming back from injury. So it depends what way Edwards wants to go. But if it was up to me, it would be Denor. But I think Edwards is going to go with Honeyman.
Where are the goals coming from?
That's a good question. Where are the goals coming from? Come on in, Stephen. Tell us.
The goals are coming from in terms of being created, or scoring.
Both.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
scored. That's what he meant, didn't he? Where are the goals coming from? He meant to be scored.
Well, I'm going to put my neck on the line and say tomorrow that Brooke Norton-Cuffy is going to get an assist. And you can clip that for Sunday, and I'll get pelters, but that's fine.
Can one of the listeners right now please start adding everything Steve?
Do you know what? That comment is no better than that one. And he meant scoring. Look, see, scoring.
That's fine. That's fine.
Assist. Who's going to score off Cuffy's big toe then?
Kevin Nisbet. I think Nisbet's going to get on the score sheet tomorrow. I'm gonna go out. I'm not gonna. We'll come to predictions. I think we'll score.
In a bit.
I think we'll score at least twice tomorrow, and I'm just gonna again going to get pelted for this probably, but I think Nisbet's going to score, and I can just see Zian Fleming. And again, I know I've had a lot of stick about talking about him, but I think away from home, and it's in a game that I think QPR might come at us, and I think that's going to suit us with Norton-Cuffy on the counter. I think Fleming getting a little bit further forward. So Nisbet and Fleming to find the score sheet tomorrow, guys.
And I'm gonna jump in. Not saying I agree or disagree with Stephen. I'll come to it in a bit more detail, my predictions, but I think after mentioning their set piece frailties, I've got to say Cooper scoring in front of that away end, that 2007 away end, and celebrating in front of that. I can already picture it in my head.
If you've not already commented, get a comment on now. Give us whatever you want to do. Just put something in there, and you will get in for the draw.
Everyone's going to comment something
on 50 minutes. On 50 minutes, we will be doing a draw for one of our exclusive key rings. And if you put a score prediction down, I will time you out forever.
This comment here, that one there.
I was excluded.
That comment there from Steve, our midfielders don't score enough. That is a little bit of an issue with the midfielders that we do have, because they don't score enough, and we've got to find a way of getting. And if Fleming, if Sav and Denor are going to play a little bit deeper, then Fleming has to be scoring goals. I get that, but that would be the only reason I think Honeyman might keep his spot, because I think he's more likely to be able to get up into those positions to get a goal. But I do agree with you, Steve, that that's something that needs to be looked at.
Yeah, Richard Gardner's gone with you. Look, Richard Gardner's gone with Cuffy to score. We need to make a statement of intent and get Creswell. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Can I just on that? Just on that from Michael and other guys, Dan and Mickey, come back at this as well. Would a statement of intent, buying a centre back really make a statement?
No, signing Messi would.
Well, yeah, obviously. But what I'm saying is, if you've got the money to go out and buy Cresswell, but you could go and buy a centre forward, what would have more intent, a forward or a defender? I feel like, and look, I don't want to. Everyone can, might want Cresswell back, and I might get absolutely hammered for this. But we've signed a centre half. We're not going to sign a second one. So I think that the talk of Cresswell probably needs to stop now, because it's just not going to happen. They've moved on.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm going to throw a little bit of a gamble on there for you. If for whatever reason, and I'm going to make Dan pay for this one now, if the podcast gets picked on the draw I'm going to do at 50, we will redraw, but the person who wins will get 2 free pints tomorrow off Daniel.
Hang on, I've not agreed to this.
You typed into the comments, mate. That's the part and parcel.
It's a great comment, though. I did it last week and I didn't get penalised for it.
Yeah, I know, but that's this week.
You also didn't get picked, though.
No.
I nearly did.
But it's a gamble, isn't it? You've got one comment or two. You'll only get one. So you stand a 1 in whatever it is, 1 in 40 chance, 1 in 37 chance at the minute. Of there's only 37 people what have made comments. If you haven't got a comment, you're just sitting there in a thing. You could type in whatever you want.
Alex, there signing another club's best player as a statement of intent. Are you saying that Charlie Cresswell is Leeds' best player? If you are, that's fine, but I'm not sure.
And also, it depends what Championship club, because I mean, I don't know who Rotherham's best player is, to be honest. But would you want Rotherham's best player?
I don't even know who their best player is. Hello, Paul.
Deary me. Right. Let's share that screen up.
Fleming, for some reason, is slowing play down every game for some reason. Richard, I couldn't agree more. I got pelters for saying what I did about him against in the Leicester game. That's my trouble with him. I think Edwards wants to play a little bit quicker and he wants to get the ball moving. And I just think that Fleming wants that little bit too much time and kind of spoils the move, if that makes sense. That can be easily rectified, but we need to see it.
Let's go. Who's going to win? David Squire. Congratulations, you've won. I will post those key rings out to people, by the way. I'll keep meaning to do it and I'll keep forgetting. I'll take them tomorrow. So if you go to QPR and you've won, let me know. David, if you drop us an email at info@thatmillpodcast.co.uk and let us know if you want to pick it up at the next home game or send us your address. Just put in the subject title winner and we'll go from there. Well, congratulations. There we go. Congratulations, David.
Dan doesn't have to buy 2 pints now.
No, but it's still on, mate, for the next one. So don't worry, mate. Towards the end of the show,
we'll do it. One, then.
You've already entered it, mate. So yeah, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, where are we? Let's go back to these. So yeah, so Dan said Mbappe, and the fans would say he's too fast. Yeah, Longman hat trick.
Tell you what, Richard, go and put a bet on that.
Yeah, signing other Cubs players we've done there. Bit late. Good evening, Paul. Fleming, for some reason, is slowly playing down every game for some reason. No, it's not even in their team. Forward. Comment. Funny fucker. Sutherland Long. Hello. I meant signing someone like
Smodix from Blackburn. If we could sign him, mate, that would be unreal. Unfortunately, I think he's Championship top goal scorer. Dan, is he still up?
I think he still is the top one. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be some
statement.
That would be a statement.
Yeah, Rich, just see Stephen to pick up his keyring. He'll probably see you when it's easier. So yeah, no problem, David. The fullbacks are the quickest. And there's a question for you.
No,
not this window. I do it in summer, but I don't think I do it this window.
No. I think if you're selling Fleming, you need to be bringing in. You've got to bring in someone to replace him, not replace somewhere else. I mean, I might be in a sort of a minority here, and again, you guys can hammer me if you wish, Dan, as well. I'll ask your opinion, and Mickey. If we'd have got the Cresswell deal over the line, I would have been really, really pleased with it. But now we've already signed a centre half. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with it. I don't see any value in tweeting about it personally. And I know everyone's different and everyone might have a different opinion to me, but we need attackers. We need attacking players coming into the team at the moment. So I would much rather see us go for them positions and leave Cresswell. For now.
we need a wing. We need a winger and a striker, really, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, the team as Steve put there. I'll put this one back on the fullbacks are the quickest, and Amaku would probably have a lot to say about that. But obviously he's injured at the moment. But we're in desperate need for some pacey forwards.
Who would you have though? I mean, who's out there really within our price range? Who you go to? Or would you need to go to a lower league to look at it?
You could dip into. I wouldn't mind. There's some good players in League One. You can get some good bargains overseas as well if you do your scouting properly, as we've proved with Denor and Fleming.
Some good Japanese players as well.
Yeah, that Sakamoto, that Coventry guy, absolutely unbelievable player, and they paid like what 1.5 million for him.
It wasn't even that 1.2.
There you go,
1.2 million, and he's unreal. I do think that the thing is with you say who's out there, apart from when that dodgy rumor went up, which actually turned out to be correct. How many of us would have said that we were going to get Tanganga? Realistically, nobody really thought that we were going to get a player like that. It just wasn't going to happen. So, sorry, I've just seen a comment that's coming up in a minute. That's kind of thrown me a little bit. But
Longstaff of Notts County.
Apparently, Coventry want him, and they want 5 million.
Yeah, they want big money.
Yeah.
I quite like them two shouts though. I quite like Devante Cole. He's scored a lot of goals in League One. I quite like Aaron Collins as well, actually.
Hey mate, I have to say, did you see the fucking? I have to remember who it is now. It's Bristol City, wasn't it? Who beat the Vermin in the week, and then they were obviously getting loads of shit comments on their posts from West Ham fans, and then they just literally. West Ham Central, they went, right, send us your bank details and we'll send you some money because we're obviously living rent-free in your head at the minute. And it just triggered so many. It was funny. Absolutely funny. So,
Stephen, we've got Watmore, Honeyman and Essay can all play number 10. Yes, they possibly could all play the number 10. But when I say about replacing players and what we need, we were talking about where goals are going to come from and players that are scoring from midfield. If you look at the stats of all three of those players, Essay's again slightly different. He's not had that much game time, but how many goals have they got between them this season? I would argue it's probably 2. So I just think if you sell Fleming, you need to be investing the money in a attacking midfielder that will contribute goals.
Yeah, Richard Gardner said Alfie May from the Spotters.
The thing is, I quite like that signing, to be honest. I think the problem I have with Alfie May, not that he's playing for the Train Spotters, I do think he's a very good striker, but it's an age thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. God forbid not another Zahor. How about, awful.
Cole is 28. We need to be taking youngsters.
Yeah, I suppose the same can be said. Well, if I'm against May, I suppose I've got to be against Cole, haven't I?
Koku from Peterborough.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like if you ever hear Peterborough get linked with a young player who's playing in the National League or the league below them, just go and sign him anyway. You know you're going to end up paying like 5 million for him in a few years' time. It's a bit like, Brighton are being linked with a player. Just go and buy him.
Yeah. No,
there's certainly players out there. There's, for all budgets. As I said earlier in the chat to you boys, Whittaker at Plymouth, £1 million. Sakamoto, 1.2 million. They're lighting up the championship. So there's players out there for different budgets. It's just, again, and we speak about Millwall's recruitment being possibly the weak link at the moment. That's where we struggle. Are we looking at the right players? I mean, I would love to see. I don't know where he is now. He might have gone out on loan somewhere. But that Dembele that played, I think he played for Peterborough and then was signed by Bournemouth. Players like that people buy for peanuts. Millwall got to be a bit quicker and a bit better there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think that's probably an honest comment there. So yeah. Let us know in the comments if you're going to QPR tomorrow, and also let us know what you think the starting 11 will be, or even your predictions. Let us know what they are. What's that? Dembe, isn't it?
Dembele.
Another Dembele
from Blackpool. Anything that comes from Scotland has been shit, except for Alex Ray. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think Fleming might come back on, but we'll see. Dion Charles at Bolton looks decent. Creswell's a quality player and shows we'll be looking at long-term future of the club, a progressive move. Yeah, I just don't think. I don't think Leeds want to sell it.
I don't think Leeds want to sell him to us.
No.
I think that's got a little bit to do with it. I don't think they want him to come to us personally, which is part of the problem, unless we'd have offered silly money, which we were never going to do. Oh, that Dembele is at Birmingham. You're right.
No. They're definitely two separate Dembeles.
No, but the Dembele that I was talking about, the one that
one.
was pretty good, he's now at Birmingham. That's right.
But there's one at Birmingham.